welcome to Let's Play Mega Man 3 Part 6. Hopefully this time I won't get interrupted and I can do this all in one take. Okay, we're starting with Shadow Man Revisited here. Which, the spikes in this level are pretty dangerous. I know I've died more times than I'd care to admit, just bumping into one. Okay, with this guy, I mean, as always, you want to make sure you get them at the top of the jump, because if you don't get them high enough, I mean, they're even a little too far to slide under. Yeah, I was hoping that maybe you could get these guys in fewer than 3 hits with Search Snake, and, well, you can't, so that was a wasted pause screen. But you have to be careful not to go too overboard with the rush jet usage here, but it's worth using. It's just, you can't overuse it because you do need it later in the level. Yeah, if you die anywhere in here, you probably are going to need to do that without rush jet. Okay, we're coming up on Woodman here, and he's definitely one of the 3 hardest bosses. Which, I mean, they're all... The Mega Man 2 bosses really are the worst ones in the game. Woodman, Airman, and Quickman are probably the worst. Yeah, from what I understand, you can actually use Gemini Laser to shoot him while he's inside of his, well, shield. But it doesn't really do all that much damage, and it's kind of hard to pull off. Yeah, Hard Knuckle's definitely the weapon of choice for these guys, since it does kill them in 1 hit. Unfortunately, I didn't have it for the run up until, like, Snake Man's level. And the ones in Snake Man's level aren't all that easy to hit from the ground. Yeah, you can do this without Rush Jet, but it's not recommended. And you definitely would have to be careful not to hit the ceiling anywhere. Which sometimes the hitbox on those is a little harder to figure out than you would think. Yeah, I was gonna shoot him there, but I was already on the other side of him, so it's easier just to run away. Yeah, this guy you do need full HP going in, because if you're missing any energy, he's probably gonna kill you. I'm hesitant to say he's hard, but he does take a lot of your HP. Which, you can actually use Shadow Blade on him pretty well, but it's more fun to use Topspin, and it does hit him harder. Okay, now we have Breakman, who, contrary to popular belief, is not Proto Man. I guess, I can't hear the difference, but from what I hear, his whistle is actually slightly flat. And if nothing else, besides not looking the same, he also is completely immune to Needle Cannon, which is what I used on the other ones. I don't know if he has to any other weapons, though. 2-frame talking animations are great. Oh no, Wily ran off with Gamma, didn't see that coming. Kinda sounds like the Pac-Man noise. Evil eyebrows. Okay, I did say back in part 1 that Topspin working on these monkeys would come into play. It doesn't really. Because it's easier just to hit them with Shadow Blade. There we go. But Top Spin is an option. It does kill him in one hit. Yeah, I'm switching to Rush Marine here, even though it doesn't really help very much, only because this is the last part of the game where Rush Jet is even remotely useful. So it's kind of obligatory. I actually like running through there probably more with Top Spin or whatnot. Okay, I actually almost always skip the 1-up there, because if you die after this point, you actually appear right in front of the 1-up. Yeah, these items are... you can probably skip them, but there is an E-Tank, and even if you're not going to need it, it's always nice to have it. You know how it goes. Yeah, it's actually possible to hit this guy from the ladder, as I'm trying to do here, but between the timing being kind of and it's a lot easier just to go up to him and hit him. Yeah, I was having a hard time getting the timing right with this, but I always like using Gemini Laser to kill those guys. Just using Gemini Laser as intended is always nice. Yeah, this appearing-disappearing block puzzle is pretty... it's a lot easier than any of the other ones. Yep, might as well restock. Okay, this guy is another case where you can use either Top Spin or Shadow Blade. Or, I mean, you can use other things too, but in my opinion, those are the two that's easiest to hit the turtles with. And the nice thing about Top Spin is if you hit them anywhere in midair, or underwater as the case happens to be, you can kill them in one hit without having to worry about catching them at all. Anyways, that ends part 6, and I'll see you guys for part 7.